Welcome to The Vocal Truth. I'm your host, Chris Ramos, and I want to thank you for being here today because this is the beginning of something real. This is the beginning of something raw and something necessary. This show is about cutting through the noise. No talking points. Getting to the heart of the conversation and discussing the issues that matter. Whether it's politics, culture, relationships, or the issues that we discuss every single day, but we just don't speak up about it. On The Vocal Truth, you can expect honesty, perspective, and a willingness to go where others won't. Some episodes might challenge you. Some episodes might make you laugh. Some episodes might make you rethink the things that you thought you knew. Now say that 10 times fast. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for giving me your time and your energy. But most importantly, thank you for giving me your trust. I will be here releasing an episode every single week. And I hope you will join me every single week. The Vocal Truth starts right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to the show. Welcome to The Vocal Truth. I am your host, Chris Ramos. And today's episode, I wasn't even going to talk about it not this early, especially with all the things that's going on. But this episode is going to be about race, the racial issues that's going on in the United States, the racial issues that has always been going on in the United States. And I was thinking about a few things that I see online where pertaining to crime, this is the big talking point that you hear that a lot of racists like to use. And they'll say, well, it's statistics, it's the facts that African Americans makes up 13% of the population in the United States, and maybe 13 to 15%. And we commit over half the crimes in the United States. But when you dig deep into it and you actually look at the real statistics, you see that that's not even true. What's happening is that African Americans are more inclined to be arrested for crimes, not committing crimes. So we're more inclined, like I said, to be arrested. And the actual percentage is around, I believe, 39 to 41 or so percent. That's the real statistic, not over 50% like they always want to say. But then I got to thinking about that because the whole premise of this show, The Vocal Truth, is that I really don't like just talking about the subject on the surface. I want to go a little bit deeper into the conversation. And thinking about that stat really had me thinking about all of the things I know about race, racism, and white supremacy and systemic racism, is that they're absolutely correct about that 13%. 13% to 15% is our population here in the United States. But online, for what I can see, it's an excellent mirror of what is in this country, basically. We get 90% of the hate. They hate us for every fucking thing. We can't celebrate at our graduations. We can't hoot and holler for our kids when they're doing something well. We can't have fun. We can't express ourselves. We can't dress the way we want. We can't walk the way we want. We can't wear the hair the way we want. We can't do anything without all the racists and even our own people, who I call Captain Yessa now. Oh, Captain Yessa, who loves to work for massa, criticizes us online. And I'll be doing an episode about these Captain Yessas, these black conservatives who spend all their time online degrading black people and literally talking about how much they hate that they're black. And everything about black people is disgusting and ugly and foul and criminal and this and that. So yeah, we're 13%, but we get attacked from everybody, all day long, in the news, online, commentary, racist. It's everywhere. Just go through your TikToks, you'll see. That's what racism is in this country. When you have 90% of the people who are racist are able to have a voice and share content, anything we try to do that we think is good or fun or in our best interest will get drowned out because the hate is so loud. The hate is daily. I'm to the point where I wouldn't even recommend your kids get on TikTok. I don't look for that type of shit. It's just on my For You. I scroll through, and by the time I'm done going through 10 or 15 pages, I just learned from everybody on TikTok that I'm a criminal, I'm low IQ, I shouldn't be here, I don't have any merit, I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent, blah, blah, blah. That's all you hear every day. Then you got the black conservatives and you got black folks with their red hats on because they have to wear their costume in order to fit in. If you don't wear that red hat, then they'll attack you because they don't think you're with them. So you got to wear the costume and wear the MAGA hats or whatever the case is to fit in. This country has always been divided. When has it ever been together? When the majority rules and the majority of people are racist, what do you think their policies and their agenda is going to be? Equal rights? I don't know anywhere in history where Asians walked hand in hand, even though the racists here locked them up in concentration camps here in the United States. I haven't seen anywhere in history in the United States where Asians are walking hand in hand protesting for civil rights. I haven't seen Latinos. I haven't seen any riots by Indians. I haven't seen anything fighting for equality. You see us, though. You've always seen us. They, the racists, always want to claim that we can do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want to do. There's no racism anywhere. Go on TikTok, you'll find it everywhere. You got the didn't do nothing memes. You got the low IQ. It's these races are all over the place, man. And what killed me about it, or what bothers me about it, is that they literally work around black people all the time. Playing in their face, plotting the whole time, secretly hating on them. But then this is where they come to get all that hate out and spread their message. The problem is there's no consequences. There's no consequences. And see, these racists that I find online, see, they got real smart now. What they do is they make these fake accounts, no pictures, keep everything private, so you can't actually find out who they are and find out where they work and then let their employers know what type of people they have working for them. You know, some people might call them trolls, some people might call them bots. You know, they make the fake pages and everything like that. Racism is not going away because it's passed down generation to generation, just like wealth. Like generational wealth. It's passed down, it's taught. If you have a racist with a wife and 2 kids, obviously she agreed with his point of view. What do you think they're teaching their children? To like black people, to respect black people? No. That's not what they're teaching them. TikTok allows the use of the N-word all day long. If I say something about Donald Trump doing a cover-up, I've got alerts all day, knocking off my videos, anything. You can't say anything against them. But they can be racist towards you all day long on this app. all day long. But the thing is, we have to start fighting back. We can no longer keep worrying about fitting in, appeasing them, all of that nonsense. Every time I see a video about what they call, these black conservatives and these Captain Yes's, all we're doing is we're critiquing the black community. We're trying to help them. We're telling them, don't go outside with bonnets on. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because the world look at us bad. Look how they dress when they go to. Look how they act and dress when they're on a cruise ship, and all that old nonsense. Y'all seen the videos. That's what they do. Always criticize. They want you to tap dance. They want you to dress a certain way. Act like them. I'm not acting like them. We're not them. And they're not us. They want to be. Everything they got, they stole from us. Everything they got, they stole. There's this woman, I can't think of her name right now as I'm doing this video. I'm going to post her picture up after this. She discovered, I believe she was 21, 22, or 23 years old. And she was working on the cure for leprosy. And her medication that she discovered actually started to cure leprosy. Because when people back in the day had spots and bruises and rashes all over their body, see, they would get exiled, basically. They get sent away. But she was able to make this medicine injectable into the body. And she ended up, which they believe she was misdiagnosed from, but she ended up dying herself. They believe in the lab that she was working in with all these dangerous chemicals. Of course, back then, 1800s, they didn't know anything. 1700s, it might even be further back than that, but I'll post that information up here when I get done. They just think all the chemicals she was exposed to got into her lungs and killed her and things like that. Made her sick. So the researcher or the chemist or the doctor that she was working with published. She was actually, I think, the youngest professor too. She was actually teaching as well. But the person that she was working with published her work, but took credit for it. And then we didn't find this out. I didn't find it out, but it's been like, I think they said, we're just now finding out about this. But that's just how it is. I mean, they take everything. We go online and I see things about all these memes and all of these pages, and I'm proud to be white, right? They post, I'm white and I'm proud, white lives matter. We love our culture. We love our white culture. What is white culture? See, when they talk about white culture, first thing they talk about is being Confederate traitors and racist. That's insane to me. How is that your culture? How is flying a Confederate flag your culture? That's not your culture. Irish people have a culture. Germans, Russians. Now those racist white people that came over here from England, what's their culture? Those are the whites I'm talking about. Those are the racist whites that founded this country. You have a lot of white people that was against it. Hence the Civil War. You got a lot of people who was against racism and slavery and treating people bad. If you remember the movie, just a little quick side note, if you remember the movie Schindler's List, Schindler hid Jews, even though he was in the midst of Nazi Germany. He couldn't take it anymore. So he started saving these Jews and getting them up out of there. Get them up out of there. So we had a lot of that here. We had a lot of white allies. But where is this hate coming from in 2025? How are you still this racist? Based on what? If we're only 13% of the population, why the hell are you giving us 90% of your attention? Okay, if we can't do anything and we're such animals and we're so crazy, then leave us the hell alone. Go on about your day and eat your bran muffins. You want to start a campaign because black people wear fake eyelashes and bonnets and weave and wear the style of clothes that they want to wear? That's just bothering you every day. That just hurts you to the core. It gets you in the soul. That this black person is cheering. They're happy. God forbid they're happy. This racism, man, needs to go away. It needs to go away. It needs to go away. First thing they say, y'all know what they say. If you don't like it here in this country, then go somewhere else. Then you can leave. Why don't you leave? You didn't build this country. What contributions have you made? All that money they've made off of slave labor, it's never acknowledged. All the technological advances they've stolen, you never get credit until 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years later. Then we get the credit for it. After the person died and gone. This racism is deep. And like I said, it's passed on. It's passed down. And these racists that get on TikTok, they're going to pass that down to their kids and then their grandkids. And it's just going to keep going. It's hard. I was talking to somebody about, it's hard to try to build something of your own when your leaders are racist and they hate everything you try to do. They tell you they want you to leave, but they won't let you leave. Imagine if it was another place for this 13% to go. We started our own little group or country somewhere else. They watch everything we did. And in no time flat, you'll be labeled as terrorists and there'll be a stealth bomber on the way. No matter what you did. No matter what. Just like now, when every time somebody's in Africa trying to unite Africa or do whatever it is they're trying to do to better themselves, here come the United States. Here they come. They can't allow that to happen. That's the same thing that's what's happening right now on a smaller scale. Under no circumstance should we come up. Economically, politically, socially, under no circumstances are we to come up. Economically, socially, politically, they're not gonna let that shit happen. They feel like this is their country, but they won't let you leave. I made a post where it's so funny. This racism stuff is so funny, man. The way I feel about it is like the racist slave owners will get mad at you, say it's your fault for being unalived because you couldn't take all the blows from the lynching. They're mad that they beat you until you was unalived. It's your fault. You wasn't strong enough. Not them beating you or being racist or owning you like a dog or raping your wife, selling your children, or torturing you or lynching you or dragging you out of the house and burning you on a cross or burning your house down or unaliving you because you looked at one of them. These racists are insane. And they're proud. You know why they're proud? See, at first, there's a lot of racism that was out in the open. And it started when Donald Trump got in his first term. They felt empowered. They felt emboldened. It was all in the news. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it. But now it's no holds barred. When the leader of your country backs you up, no matter what you do, you're emboldened to do whatever you want to do. How in the hell can people go to the Capitol of the United States and build a noose outside, calling for the unaliving of the Vice President of the United States, and get a pardon? I can't even walk down the street to the corner store and steal a candy bar without going to prison. You telling me right now, if I got in my car and I joined a whole bunch of people and we went to the state capitol, broke in and tried to unalive senators and legislators, I would get off? There's a clip I have played, I might put it back up here, of Megyn Kelly, conservative podcaster, talk show host, whatever she is. She's so fake. She's one of them too. She's one of them too. If you guys remember on the subway, I'll put that up there too, because as I talk, guys, I don't have any notes or anything like that, so I can't remember the names off top. But I'll probably put it up here in the video while I'm talking about it. But Penny, I believe was his last name, the white guy, the veteran, was on a train with the homeless black man. I'll have his name up out of respect. Was on the train with the homeless black man, and he was being belligerent. He was being loud, yelling, cussing, yelling at people, just causing a scene. So he decides to get up and put this man in a chokehold until he was unalived. He didn't touch anybody. He didn't use any weapons. He didn't put his hands on anybody. He didn't spit on anybody. He didn't kick anybody. He didn't grab any. He didn't do anything. And guess what they said? Thank God he got off.
Thank God Daniel Penny has been found not guilty. Thank God. Thank God.
Now, let's look at this. Now, the story with the woman from Ukraine who was unalived on a train by a schizophrenic, a known schizophrenic. And yes, he had plenty of crimes, 14, I believe, or more. Because of his mental health issues. No one is excusing that. But they don't care about that. Because every time they describe her, it's beautiful, blonde, beautiful, young, beautiful. Did I mention she was beautiful? Woman killed by a black man on the train. That's how they're spinning it now. Now all of a sudden, everybody loves Ukraine. When all I heard the last 2 years was demanding Joe Biden stop sending funding to Ukraine. They're not helping Ukraine. Zelensky is he's a weak man according to compared to Trump and Putin. They're alphas. No more money to Ukraine, America first. Right? Even though she's Ukraine, now they want to say she's white. She's not a part of that white culture. She's Ukrainian. She's from Ukraine. They even showed that she had pictures of Black Lives Matter in her house. But they don't care about that. To them, she looks like them, and she was unalived by somebody that looked like us. That's all you need. That's it. Super racist now. They're going in. They're going in on it. They love her so much now. It's pathetic. The guy chokes the homeless man until he's unalived, who didn't touch anybody and do anything to him. They praise God that he was unalived and the guy wasn't charged with the murder. Thank God, right? Black guy, schizophrenic, attacks this woman on the train. All hell break loose. They're so sad. They're so sad. They care about race and mental health now. They just can't believe it. Now they want to prove their point, and they keep playing the tape over saying that he said something like, I got the white girl. I got that white girl. You don't know what context he was saying that from. I don't care what you say. The man is a schizophrenic. He could have came out of that saying that's what he did. He could have been anything. I mean, if you're going to speculate, you can speculate. I'm sure he had 1,000 opportunities to find somebody that was white and do that. Whoever sat in front of him, I think that's what was going to happen. He did it right away, not even thinking about it. Unfortunately, it was her. I hate that happened. I hate that happened. And it's not her fault. Nobody's blaming her. But then you got people who are now blaming the passengers on the train for not helping her. I've watched that video more than 10 times. Everyone is in their cell phone. No one's even paying attention. No one's even paying attention. And not to belittle the situation, because today is September 11th. From what I heard, they took that plane with box cutters. Box cutters. But people aren't paying attention like that when they go out. People aren't looking around their surroundings. They're not paying attention to their surroundings. Just like these people weren't in the video. He did that so quick, walked off. She didn't even know what happened. That's what I hate. She didn't even know what was going on. It took another guy to see the blood trail and followed it to go find out what happened to her. People are just riding the train home. They're tired, coming home from work. They didn't see it. But the thing about this race issue that we keep having is people say don't talk about it. We should talk about race, and it should be pointed out. It should be pointed out. History should be told. The truth should be told. And all these instances of racism and how they act should be pointed out. We need to point it out. Racism is no joke. It spreads like wildfire. If you hate me because I'm laughing or celebrating or cheering or taking care of my family or get upset and kick the can, anything we do is a problem. The hate for our people is too much. And when you ask these racists out here, why do they hate us so much? They can't even give you an answer. Black people lazy. That's why, that's it. That's what it is. You hate us. You think about us all day long because you worried about our work ethic. That's what's bothering you when you get up in the morning. Oh, look at how loud they are. They're arguing over some money. They're arguing about this. They got upset. Oh my God, they raised their voice. Black fatigue. No, if anybody should have some fatigue, it's white fatigue. Racist fatigue. Because y'all got a 400, 500, 600 year head start on it. I didn't see black people segregating whole cities and towns. I don't know anywhere in the United States history, in America's history, that black people was putting up signs saying you can't come through the front door. You got to go through the back. You got to eat in the back. I didn't see that. I didn't see laws written by black people saying that you have to ride in the back of the bus. I didn't see those laws written by black people. I didn't see black people owning the FBI and the CIA and found an all-white town and dropped a bomb on it. Nope. I don't remember reading about that. But I remember that the white racists did that. Bombed the cities, cops sicking dogs on everybody, beating them over the head because they wanted something to eat. Yeah, I got white racist fatigue, and we all should have it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, and follow today's episode. And if you enjoyed these episodes, I want to hear from you. Please comment under this episode about race. How do you feel about the racism that's going on in the country right now? How do you feel about the divide that we're dealing with? Do you see it ending? Do you see race relations getting better? I want to hear from you. And if you're one of those people that hold hate in your heart, I want to hear from you as well. I want to know why you feel that way. I want to have open dialogue here. That's what this podcast is about. The vocal truth. I want to hear your truth. My opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions, and you're free to share them however you want. I just ask that you all be respectful to each other. We can speak and have a dialogue without calling people names, being disrespectful. If you feel the way you feel, say how you feel, be respectful. Please comment and let me know what you guys think, because I want to hear from you and I want to see how you all feel about these topics. So thank you guys again. This is The Vocal Truth. I am your host, Chris Ramos. And always remember, speak your truth. Thank you for watching The Vocal Truth. I really hope you enjoyed that episode. Please remember to follow, share, like, and subscribe. It really helps out my page. Thank you very much.